All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, brothers and sisters all over the world. Habari za asubuhi, habari za mchana, habari za jioni, brothers and sisters all over the world. Good morning. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's good early morning. Sante Sana. Jackie is spilled a little coffee. Jackie is cleaning it up and helping me clean it up, actually. Sante, maybe underneath here.
Yes.
I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, it's a episode broadcast of the Night Chat. Thank you. And in this broadcast, we're going to talk a little bit. Going to give you guys a little bit of idea. I started working on the draft for the development of some property, and just going to read this to you. I wanted to show you each step in the process, as I told you I would do. So I have to put together kind of a plan, and again, I'm expressing this to you because I want you to understand this is not a self-gratification project. This is not a self-enrichment project or anything like that. This is a project for the development and benefit of future generations, children, and their careers, their future, their children's children, and so forth. So I'm going to read a little bit of this to you and then talk to you a little bit more about it. All right. Okay. Development prospectus. And this is just a draft. Okay. So you're getting it as I develop it. You'll be able to see. All of the stages of development, and I'm going to try to get as many interviews as I can on camera so that you can see the process. And those of you who want to chime in with information that's helpful, please do so. We value that. We consider it. We read it. We're moving obviously quickly, and we're a small operation, so it's not like we got a staff of 100 people and we can dedicate particular amount of time or activity to one person and they can do it. We kind of have to work together as a family here. So, okay, this is draft number 1. Development description. The development project will comprise a well-balanced mixture of commercial and residential buildings. Whenever and wherever possible, the design of the structures will feature African past, present, and future cultural design elements unique to its historic past and its revitalized future. The overall development combination of commercial and residential interests will complement each other in such a way that benefits both stakeholders and allows both to reinforce the well-being, quality of life, business, and successful and prosperous cohabitation of all the residents. Our mission. Our mission is to develop a community comprising a well-balanced mixture of commercial and residential buildings whereby the combination and arrangement of those structures create, provide, and encourage the continuation of a prosperous and comfortable standard of living for the inhabitants in all areas of people activity. And in so doing, create, develop, and maintain economic activity that promotes development of commerce, careers, jobs, and economic opportunity for all stakeholders, including and specifically for both those who provide the physical labor power to develop the community and for those who later become residents of the community. Okay, and I just wanted to give you guys just a general description of that. Let me just fix this here for a second. just wanted to give you a general description of that. Um, as it goes on, it starts to talk about each structure and describes each structure and what the development is, the purpose for each structure, and how the structure works in combination with other structures in residential communities, commercial and residential, to do and accomplish what I just read to you above. Okay, so let me just say to you that, again, this is a late night, early morning, night chat, but it's really like you can see the sun rising behind me. I want you all to understand, again, because of the comments, I can speak for me and my group and the team of people working with me. They understand what my philosophy is. And that's my philosophy is for the people, the children, the families, to provide some means, some economic activity that guarantees and promotes safety, security, and prosperity for the families living today and the children living today and their immediate future and those coming behind them. Now, I don't have all the resources to do the types of projects that I envision. I don't have that right now. But we can start it. And I'm taking everything that I have to do that. Both capital, labor, physical life, energy. You understand? So it's a very serious thing. In no way do I seek to harm any African people anywhere in the world, because it's my core belief that we are all the same people. Even people who don't look like us. You know, they don't look like us in melanin and other characteristics. But let me point something out to you all. We all have heads and hands and feet and extremities, and we all take in and consume food and things like that for energy. And we have to, get rid of the waste from the consumption of the food that we have for energy. Natural order of things. And they're very similar to our lives, are very similar to the lives of those trees behind me, taking in sunlight and what have you to process it. I remember as a kid, the term being thrown about in science class, photosynthesis and all of this kind of stuff. But basically taking in energy, food in some way to have energy to grow. We all are shared in this natural world, and I tend to be more of a naturalist. Okay, I'm saying all that to say to you that my focus is the security and prosperity, safety of our families and our children. And because we live in this world where there are groups of people who don't look like us, who operate in such a way where they are trying to provide for their safety and security, which is a good thing. It's normal. I don't have any problem with that. The problem comes in when to provide for that safety and security and prosperity of their group, when they believe that doing so, they have to now hurt, harm, steal, rob, and kill other groups to provide for that safety, security, and prosperity. That's where the problem comes in. And even in greater detail, if that providing for that safety and security and prosperity for them involves harm to people that look like me and you, or to delay or prevent or provide a barrier. You understand? So I don't want it to be misunderstood what I'm doing and what my purpose is. I'm publicly telling you. And it's very difficult. It takes a lot of courage to do this. There are others who are doing it too. It takes a lot of courage to do it. It takes a lot of resources. I told you at my first video, first presentation, the first broadcast, I have children. And every day when I look in the eyes of my children, and I look in their faces and I listen to them, I understand more and more day by day the situation that we're in as people, where another group of people, through a variety of means and methods, have prevented us from reaching our potential, and actively doing so today. And because of the emergency, the urgency that is in front of us, with the task and problem that we have in front of us, even if there are those among us who don't see it, don't understand it, misled by the propaganda, those people who control the media, the information, the education. We can't sacrifice our children's future when we know, those of us who know. And they have many terms for it, awake, consciousness, whatever. But I know one basic thing. I take care of these children. And taking care of them means that they have to have a future. They have to have ongoing education that allows them to continue to survive in the future. And so that's what I'm about. No harm to African people. I love African people. All over the world. So I'm going to continue to do the best that I can do and reach out to people who have like minds, who have similar goals, who want to work together, pool our resources in every way that we can to provide for our safety and security, so that will allow us to provide for the safety and security of the children. Okay? Please understand that. Now, I'm going to have to start doing this, and it's not something I enjoy. I wish I had unlimited resources, but I don't. Okay. So, again, please, one of the ways that the people out here can help us is to like, subscribe, tell a friend, share the information if you find it likable, valuable, a worthy goal. Then like, subscribe, tell a friend. We're at 835 subscribers. We need to be at 1,000. I need that to happen as quickly as possible. All right. But again, anything that you do, even just watching, I appreciate it. It's very important to get the information out, to get it in the minds and consciousness of our people, so our people recognize what we face, the challenges we face, the obstacles we face, the problem itself, because that's the first step in solving the problem. So again, like, subscribe, and share is greatly appreciated. And the other area where you can be of help, if you are able, and only if you are able, if you go to the channel page, you'll see that there's a way for you to donate through Cash App. We appreciate any contribution you can make, if you can, and only if you can. Only. This allows us to continue to do what we do and what we're trying to do. It also prevents us from having to seek other funding sources, particularly the banks. We won't be doing that because those individuals, they have strings attached to those resources, those funds. And in often cases, they don't provide us African people all over the world with the type of support necessary to develop in a way that will compete with them. And that makes good sense for them. It doesn't make good sense for us. So again, I hope that those of you who have been watching and following Sante Sana, appreciate you so much. Understand it's a necessary situation for us to do to be able to accomplish the things that can be accomplished. And we have big visions. Our visions are not small by any means. And we know that they're all achievable. But we have to come together, united in purpose and action. We're not here in any way to mislead you. You're seeing everything happen in front of you. And we're doing that for a reason. And it's not purely financial gain. It's so that there is a record publicly of what we had to do to accomplish what we set out to accomplish. And that record should be available for future generations and current generations to look at and view and see what we did, how we did it, what mistakes we made, what things we did well, and to use that information to achieve greater things and ultimately for our freedom and prosperity and security of our posterity. All right, so I'm just going to read this to you one more time before I go, okay? Because I want you to understand. Again, this is just an initial draft, and this will be developed out more and more. Hey, I told you guys, night chat / rise and shine. All right? Development description. This development project will comprise a well-balanced mixture of commercial and residential buildings. Whenever and wherever possible, the design of the structures will feature African past, present, and future cultural design elements unique to its historic past and its revitalized future. The overall development combination of commercial and residential interests will complement each in such a way that benefits both stakeholders and allows both to reinforce the well-being, quality of life, business, and successful and prosperous cohabitation of all residents. Our mission is to develop a community comprising a well-balanced mixture of commercial and residential buildings, whereby the combination and arrangement of those structures create, provide, and encourage the continuation of a prosperous and comfortable standard of living for the inhabitants in all areas of people activity. And in so doing, create, develop, and maintain economic activity that promotes development of commerce, careers, jobs, and economic opportunity for all stakeholders, including and specifically for those who provide the physical labor power to develop the community, and for those who later become residents of the community. We're going to do it. Again, we appreciate any help that you can provide. You can provide that help and that assistance by viewing the videos, watching the videos, commenting on those videos with the information, positive information to help achieve what we're setting out to do, and by telling others about it, sharing the information with others who may have an interest and who may like, subscribe, and tell others. You can also go to our channel, and on the channel there's a link for you to contribute through Cash App. And again, only if you can contribute. Only if you can contribute. And comfortably, whereby there's no harm to you for that. And if you cannot contribute financially, that's okay. No worries. You still are a valued partner with us by sharing the information with others. Okay? And so let me just say, we did get our first two. A few weeks back, we got a donation from a good brother. So I want to say thank you to the first one. I reached out to him, brother. I haven't been able to get a response from you, but I want to say publicly thank you again. I appreciate you. And then there was the second brother who contributed and donated. Thank you. Appreciate that. And anyone who does that, it's greatly appreciated. And these were every donation, no matter how large or small, is a large donation to us, because it represents the spirit of the people. The understanding that the message we're getting across, that we're trying to put across, is being received positively. Okay? We're going to move forward for the future and prosperity of our children, our families, and the Black African people all over the world. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for your thoughtful comments, your care and concern. Let's continue. Uhuru. Uhuru. Uhuru.